more concrete.
Well, hello, fellow folk. How are you today? I trust everything is wonderful. You're doing what you've got to do, doing your duty, fulfilling your dreams, making other people excited about life. Great job. Way to go. It's still raining in Hong Kong. A lot. I'm not going to complain about it. It just does that every day this August. It reminds me of the first Blade Runner. When you work outside here, as one does sometimes on location, it's wet, it's humid, but you know, at least we're getting some water in the reservoir. I've said that before, so I'll stop saying it. Let's not be a bummer. And that was a good movie. I was thinking about this interesting thing I've been seeing lately. The resurgence of white nationalism.
The arena is dark.
Who draws the borders?
The spotlights have been borrowed for a while.
You know? And is Apple and Microsoft, are they American companies? Or global companies?
The rope to arena waits. An umpire tests the floor, tests whiplash boundaries of the rope.
White nationalism.
White sheen and route and level.
Well, we could discuss whether nationalism really exists, what nationalism is, what a nation state is, who draws those borders, etc. But that would be something that I wouldn't be the greatest at. Other people have done it so well. I just want to make an observation. White nationalism in the United States of new miracles, as if that was the way it was meant to be, somehow. I'd like to ask the white nationalists in the United States of new miracles, remember WW2, the big one? I mean, were those people not white people in the European theater, not the Pacific theater? They were different ethnic groups over there. I recognize that. But let's say you identify as a white nationalist. Where's your white nation? United States of America? I think not.
What music hurts the massive head tonight?
Norway? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe at some point in the past. Anyway, the Vikings left Scandinavia to go raiding, didn't they? They went into other people's places and stole things. They're rapists. Not the best people. And during WW2, the big one, the white people in Europe just spent a whole lot of time and energy and resources killing each other. I mean, really blowing the hell out of each other. And I don't mean in a fun way. It was a nightmare. And it's not like they had not done that before. There was WW1, the war to end all wars. But did they get the message? No. Yes, Woodrow Wilson tried to create a global thing to keep the Europeans in check. The League of Nations didn't work out. And now the United Nations not really working out. But it has worked out pretty well. Come on. Since WW2, the big one, things have been pretty good. for a lot of people around the world, even in developing nations.
Inaccessible as the sacred
But
line.
man, those white people, they sure can kill each other, can't they? And all in the name of what?
Enchantment is over, but the spell
Their identification with their particular nation state at the moment, following their leaders. So if you're dreaming about DJT becoming the CEO of the United States of New Miracles and creating a white nation state, I just wonder how good that's going to be for you in the long run. Who will you be working for? Will it be just the party of DJT? Or will it be for the Bilderbergs? No, I mean the global corporations that actually get the wealth and the people who work for them and invest in them and so on. Oh, it's not a conspiracy, it's just the way things are. Do you think they care if DJT runs the show? They don't give a damn. He's just the front man of the moment. And the basic incentive is still wealth and power. There's an interesting discussion about colonialism versus nationalism and imperialism and all that. It's all fun. It's all great. But really, guys, a white nation state in the United States of New Miracles, where you're all one particular kind of Christian, I guess, or maybe it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what kind of Christian group you identify with, as long as you're Christian. Anyway, so we got these nation states. They're all, working with tools like Facebook and Twitter, social media platforms to decide and manufacture consent of the people so that we'll do our duty and be good consumers and take care of big corporations that employ quite a few of us. Not enough of us, but quite a few. And allow us to enjoy a world of relative abundance, safety, and health. And what are you willing to do to develop and maintain that state, I wonder? How many white people you're willing to kill for that? A white Christian state. What the founders supposedly wanted. God, can't we get over that? Come on, give me a break. About it. But never mind, because I guess that's not going to happen. Sorry. Oh well. And remember this: everyone was a migrant at some point or another, and everyone's ancestors were migrants. Come on. I mean, yes, I'm sure there were generations of people who stayed in the same field and worked for the same Lord for generations. I wonder how many generations of slaves stayed on the plantation and worked the same fields for the same master. They probably didn't migrate anywhere unless they could get on that railroad and try to go up to Canada. That took a lot of guts and a lot of luck. And then we had to have a whole bunch of white American people killing each other during the Civil War so that, one side could win or lose. It's an odd thing. It really is. And we live in a day of MOOCs, massive online open courses, and the internet, and all these wonderful resources where we can teach each other any skill, and we can learn almost anything about the world and history, science, sociology, anthropology, philosophy, anything we want. There are so many good people out there doing such good work to give us an education. We can do it in the libertarian way. We don't have to pay for school, go to those liberal institutions. We don't have to take out loans. We can all be autodidacts and learn all by ourselves how to do everything. We can follow Elon Musk to Mars, where he's going to build, hopefully, the perfect libertarian universe with many, many ex machinas doing his bidding in his perfect little Martian world. I'm an Earthling. I will stay here, and I will depend on the many life forms that allow me to exist on this planet. Because it isn't the internet that supports me. It's the whole beautiful, glorious, mystical web of life that supports me and mine, humble little Earthlings who don't want to kill everything, to exploit everything, to build on it. Yes, now I'm glad this infrastructure is working. The satellites are still orbiting the Earth. They're building on everything over here in China. GDP, GDP. Yes, this economic growth is going to give us all kinds of fun things. Day in and day out, well into the future. If we just do what George W. Bush said and go shopping. We have to work hard to get our things so that people know what kind of people we are. But do we really need a white? So all of this is such an illusion, and we're convinced to believe in it for some reason, and I just don't get it. I don't. I've been around the world, and I can't understand the white nationalist thing. Well, anyway, today is another day of bread and circus in the Anthropocene. The satellites are still gloriously orbiting the Earth. All the networks are up and running. The infrastructure is still working in most places, I hope. And new infrastructure is frantically being built. I can watch it being built out my window. It's glorious. Economic growth. GDP! GDP! It's going to make everybody happy. Yes, it is. Just believe it. And if you want your white nationalist ethno-state in the United States of America with glorious Donald J. Trump as the CEO, well, just go shopping and wait a while, and you just might have that. I wish you all the best. Have a good time. Go give somebody a hug. Compliment a random stranger. Do something silly. Tell a good joke, especially to me. And I'll talk to you next time. Goodbye-bye.